Hey there, my cryptopians. What's happening? And crypto nights, that's what Ron wants me to say. Crypto nights. And speaking of Ron, there he is. What's happening, Ron?
Hi, Rod.
How are you?
Good, good. Thank you.
Me too. Doing very well. I'm standing upright. It's very well. Anytime I'm standing upright, I'm doing dang good.
Glad to hear. Let's get moving on this. We got a lot to cover tonight.
Okay, we got a lot to cover. Let's go ahead. Let's move it out real fast. Don't talk slow. Don't talk fast.
Well, we reported yesterday on our video about Poloniex was bought out by Circle.
Yeah.
And I think I even made a comment. We had a comment or two that I said that wasn't the biggest news of the day. It was more about Litecoin and Litecoin not being ready to launch on the 26th for regular consumers. And
Wait a minute. I got to ask you a question. I I've always called it Poloniex. Is it Poloniex?
I think Poloniex is just fine, and that's what I've called it too. Poloniex. Poloniex is great.
Okay.
We're from the South. We'll just say we're from the South.
Okay. Yeah. We keep it simple. I do. I agree with KISS.
Keep it simple, stupid, huh?
Yeah, that's it, baby. Because I'm stupid.
Anyway, I don't know how we missed these articles, but when we reported, I thought a couple good things, and we're going to review not that same article, but we kind of missed some articles that were dealing with this purchase of Poloniex from Circle. And interesting enough, there were several articles that somehow got by us about Goldman Sachs is a pretty heavy hitter in this Circle platform that purchased Poloniex. So I kind of wanted to, this just kind of got us thinking about things. And as we reviewed these articles today, it says, man, it's like going down the rabbit hole. It's like one thing leads to another. So we're going to quickly go over a few articles and see if we can tie up some of these loose ends and maybe come to a conclusion about this whole thing. Sorry.
Hurry up, answer that, Ron.
So what I did to make it simpler, Rod, is simpler, so I'm not searching for things. Okay. Here's the article, and I'm going to read you 2 or 3 sentences that I felt was pertinent out of that article.
Okay.
You okay with that?
I'm great for that.
Okay, the deal, it says in this article, from Circle to buy Poloniex was about $400 million.
That's a lot of money.
Now, Circle's already in business, and they've been in business for a few years, more than that. And it says, Circle's mobile app lets people make instant money transfers. The company also has a trading operation, which handles about $2 billion in crypto trading a month. And here's the key, with large institutional buyers and sellers. Minimum order size on a tradition side of a business is about 250 grand. And these guys deal with,
that's chump change.
Yeah, they deal with $2 billion a month. This Circle, so they're dealing with the other side of the train track, man. They're up on the east side.
Yeah, they're on the whalers, man. These guys are whalers.
Yeah, that's right. Poloniex is already available in more than 100 countries. And Circle plans to scale it even further.
Oh, wow.
Circle plans to increase its token listings, explore the fiat connectivity to the dollar. Now, this is what we reported on yesterday, is that Poloniex might start taking U.S. Dollars along with the euro and a few others. I think it's reported that Poloniex is about the 14th largest exchange. Coinbase, that takes fiat, is one of the top dogs. So this could be a real big competitor to Coinbase, if you think about it, especially as many tokens and coins that Poloniex has to sell.
Oh, yeah.
So, and now you got, one of their main backers is Goldman Sachs. I mean, think about that. We've reported several times about Jamie Dimon dissing crypto, dissing Bitcoin, saying what a fraud it is, and it's all hyped. And now come to find out,
he's big into it.
Yeah, and these kind of transactions don't go over in a weekend. I mean, for banks to move on something like this, they've probably been dealing on this with several months. Matter of fact, one of the articles stated that. So if Jamie Dimon's been working the deal behind the scenes about getting Poloniex and being involved with Circle, and yet the whole time is saying crypto is no good, be careful. I mean, it just makes me wonder if they're purposely trying to drive the price down so they could, I don't know, but it just seems funny. These lying bankers, I'm telling you. It says here that Circle has raised, and this is in this article again, Circle has raised nearly $140 million in funding from Goldman, and here's another company, General Catalyst, and IDG Capital Partners.
Oh, wow.
So as we go to the second site, here's that General Catalyst. Now this I've never heard of this, the funded, but this is like a review report card on these companies. And here is a list of all the people that have came on and gone reviews about General Catalyst, who is also one of the big investors in Circle who bought Poloniex. And as you just skim through here, and folks, we'll put this in the description box, you need to read some of these. Lack of integrity, avoid General Catalyst, information thieves. What this guy's saying is they bring you in to say, hey, we want to invest in your company, you're a new platform. And then they sit there and they get all their ideas out on the table. They say, well, we'll get back to you. And then they funnel those ideas to other companies. Sneaky people, extremely helpful, this one said. Constantly spamming us, treated poorly, avoid, understand firm into anyway. It just goes on and on about how all these reviews felt that this General Catalyst is kind of crooked.
So they're going to steal some stuff from Goldman Sachs, huh? Goldman Sachs?
No, they're one of the... Goldman Sachs is one of the investors, and this General Catalyst is an investor. So they're kind of partners investing in Circle, who bought Poloniex.
Oh, okay.
Now, and so what they're saying is General Catalyst has got a reputation out there of maybe stealing people's ideas and funneling it to their own companies to create more profits. That they're kind of shady is what they're saying on that. Just found that one to throw that in. So here's another article here on the same deal about Goldman Sachs backed Circle acquires Poloniex. And quickly, a couple sentences that I caught out of that. It has been one of the most well-funded blockchain startups, meaning Circle, and its investors include Goldman Sachs Group. The Circle trade desk already handles over $2 billion a month. We covered that already. The company has a raft of other products, including Circle Pay app, which enables easy payments via text messages. Now, Rod, we did a video on that. We did a video on Circle trying to bring forth you can pay through text messaging in another video. We've been privileged to get to know and collaborate. Now, this is a comment out of this article. We've been privileged to get to know and collaborate with Poloniex founders and their teams over the past several months. Which substantiates that Jamie Dimon knew this before he's dissing Bitcoin and all the crypto. He was getting heavily involved in it.
Yep.
I tell you, Snake City. Then this kind of led us to this Genesis Trading. Genesis Global Trading Company, or simply Genesis, is a subsidiary of Digital Currency Group. So I made note of that. The company was originally known as Second Market in 2015. They relaunched as Genesis. So then I got into this. I wanted to find out who this digital currency group is. Now here's a quote out of this article here about Genesis Trading. Genesis Trading is an institutional trading firm offering two-side liquidity and digital currency. Now, did you catch that? It's an institutional trading. Rod, guys like you and I can't trade on Genesis. They're after the big boys that trade the big money. As a division of Second Market Inc., now remember, Second Mark Inc. Well, let me move on. Genesis buys and sells large blocks of digital currency in a simple and secure process. Second Market Inc. is a wholly owned subsidiary of Digital Currency Group. There's that name again, which is a multifaceted company focused on the development of the digital currency industry. Of course, here's a quick thing on Genesis. Now, here's that Digital Currency Group's website. And again, to me, this just kept leading deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole of how involved all these big bankers are and stuff. So I want to find out who these people are. So I went to the portfolio, and the portfolio talks about their investments. Oh, it is going to open up. Of course.
You didn't want it to?
No, I did, but I thought I already had a... Yeah, here's their portfolio here. And they list their investments by alphabetical order. And of course,
my God.
a lot of these are crypto stuff, if not most of them. There's BitPay, but I wanted to get down here to C's. CoinDesk, which is a huge publication about all the articles about crypto.
There's Coinbase, too.
That's what I wanted to find. Right there's Coinbase. That they're a big contributor into Coinbase. And then if you go over to their who we are, it lists the people that are involved in this group. And where do these people get the kind of money they're throwing around? I mean, folks, you ought to read some of this stuff. It's huge what these guys are doing. And I don't know why this is taking so long to load.
Mine too.
Well,
it takes a while. There it goes.
We are.
Bankers can't ignore Bitcoin anymore.
But here's their team. This is kind of the founder and CEO. But Rod, they have people on their group that are from the this guy right here, this Glenn Hutchins. He's a co-founder of Global Leader in Technology Investing. He serves on the board of AT&T, NASDAQ, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York.
Wow.
Yeah.
Federal Reserve Bank.
Well, talk about unlimited funds, maybe. And not that they're getting their funds from there, but these guys are connected. So it brought me to a couple conclusions. One is that and it's kind of what we've been harping on, Rod, that there's things going on behind the scenes that is moving the crypto world forward. And whether that be for good or bad, now it kind of brings into question, because you have so many of the big players like Goldman Sachs, people that have associations with the international bankers and all, and these guys are buying Poloniex, and they're heavily into Coinbase, and no telling where else they are. It just makes you wonder. I don't know. Like I said, you can get two conclusions out of it. One, you got to be careful going into this. Maybe this does lead us down that path of one world government, cashless society, and so on. And the other path is because of their money, they can help facilitate this, and they see the writing on the wall that we're going to a digital currency system anyway. And they're trying to get in there and make the money like they always do. So anyway.
So that's your point?
Yeah, my point is that I still think that a lot of us can make a lot of money in crypto. And it is moving that way. I want to believe that it's going to be our new system and that it is all good. But we know anytime you get bankers involved and big money, man, you just don't know where it's all going to end up. Yeah, I don't really have a set point, I guess, other than...
Just want to inform people.
Yeah, inform people and to let them know that this thing is coming about. If you got people like Goldman Sachs in the background buying up companies, it's coming, folks. And so get what crypto you can, because when the time is right, they're gonna escalate the prices on this stuff. They might not. It might be a natural phenomenon through all the people coming in, but it's gonna go up. Yeah.
To me, it's just logical that it's going to go up.
Well, sure it is. Yeah. Anyway, take it for what it's worth, folks. We'll put the links down there, and you can kind of do your own studying and see what conclusions you come to.
And see if you think it's a ripoff or a good thing.
That's going to be a
but
good thing.
Until the bankers fully get control, better grab it while you can.
Yeah, before the prices go crazy.
Well, before they start making it centralized. Right now, it's majority of it is decentralized.
Yeah, it's like we talked though before. As long as you have a wallet and I have a wallet, it's decentralized between us and whether all the rules. So yeah, you don't know where it's going to end up in the long run, I guess. But good point.
Okay.
Hasta mañana, brother.
You too, my friend. My amigo.